I can almost predict what you'll tell me when you sit down in my clinic at 8 a.m. You'll rub your knees thigh and say, "Doc, I guess this is just what happens after 65. And every time I stop you, 'cause that's not aging, that's neglecting your mornings. Here's the part that should scare you. Scientists now know that after 65, the very first hours of your day determine how fast you age. Your hormones, your blood flow, your brain chemistry, they all reset in those morning hours. Ignore them and you accelerate decline. Use them right and you can literally rewind your biological clock. That's not hype. That's straight from peer-reviewed studies showing seniors can extend life expectancy by up to 30 years with just a handful of consistent morning habits. Think about that. 30 more years, not 30 years in a nursing home. 30 years walking, driving, laughing, traveling, and living with energy. Yet, most people throw away those extra decades because they don't know how to fuel the first minutes of their morning. I've seen it with my own patients. Henry, 72, came in exhausted, flabby, convinced his body was failing. We didn't give him a pill. We rebuilt his mornings. Within weeks, he had more energy, sharper focus, and a smile his wife said she hadn't seen in years. His secret wasn't medicine. It was mornings done right. All references are listed in the description, so you can fact-check every word. Now let me ask you, how old are you? And what's the very first thing you do when you wake up? Share it below. I read and reply to every comment because your story might be the key that helps another senior watching today. So let's start this countdown with habit number 8, and I promise it's one you've been skipping your whole life. Number 8, rinse your mouth with warm water before brushing. It sounds almost too simple, but rinsing your mouth with warm water before you brush can make a huge difference in how your body ages. Most people rush straight for the toothbrush in the morning, scraping away at gums and enamel that are already dry from hours of sleep. Overnight, your mouth produces less saliva and bacteria multiply in that dry environment. The surface of your teeth and gums is delicate at that point, and brushing too early without hydration can cause microtears and enamel erosion. Studies have even shown that seniors who keep better oral hydration reduce their risk of systemic inflammation, which is linked to heart disease and even Alzheimer's. Take a moment to imagine this. Evelyn, 69, used to wake up every morning with sore gums and bad breath that made her embarrassed to even talk to her grandchildren. She thought stronger toothpaste was the answer. But when she started rinsing her mouth with warm water first, the tenderness faded, her breath improved, and her dentist even noted less gum recession. What felt like a tiny ritual gave her confidence and health back. The science behind this is straightforward. Warm water loosens the bacterial film on teeth, rehydrates your gums, and prepares the mouth for safe brushing. It also signals the salivary glands to kick back into gear, which protects enamel and neutralizes acids. Oral health isn't just about your smile. It's about lowering your risk for infections that can spread through the bloodstream. The American Heart Association has long linked poor oral care with higher cardiovascular risk. And something as easy as rinsing can play a protective role. It's one of those forgotten morning steps that takes less than a minute but pays off in years of stronger teeth, fresher breath, and lower inflammation. And that's exactly why it earns its place in this countdown. Now let's move forward to habit number 7, which protects something even more vital than your gums, your blood flow. Number 7, stand barefoot on the ground earthing. One of the most underrated morning habits is also one of the most natural. Standing barefoot on the ground, known as earthing or grounding, this simple act allows your body to connect with the natural electric charge of the earth. That might sound strange, but modern science is uncovering why it works. The earth carries a negative charge, and when you make skin-to-soil contact, your body absorbs electrons that help neutralize the free radicals responsible for inflammation and aging. For seniors, that matters deeply. Inflammation is the root cause behind joint pain, heart disease, and even vision decline. I remember Peter, 74, who used to complain that every morning started stiff, his knees aching so badly that he dreaded getting out of bed. His daughter encouraged him to step outside barefoot for a few minutes every morning. Within weeks, he told me he felt looser, lighter, and even slept better at night. That wasn't magic. It was the body rebalancing itself through a connection most of us have lost in our shoe-filled, concrete-heavy lives. Research backs it up. A study published in the Journal of Inflammation Research found that grounding significantly reduced blood viscosity, the thickness of blood, which lowers the risk of heart attack and stroke. Other studies have shown improvements in cortisol levels, meaning reduced stress and better hormone balance. Just 10 to 15 minutes barefoot on grass, soil, or sand can trigger these changes, and it costs nothing. The beauty of earthing is that it's effortless. No supplements, no complicated routines, just the earth beneath your feet and a willingness to reconnect. For seniors, it can become a morning ritual that resets the body, lowers stress, and eases pain naturally. This is the kind of forgotten habit that can add years of energy and resilience to your life. And the next one takes that idea of natural reset even further straight into your bloodstream. Number 6, drink a glass of warm lemon water. Before you reach for coffee, give your body something it truly craves after a night of sleep: hydration. Drinking a glass of warm lemon water first thing in the morning does far more than quench thirst. It jumpstarts digestion, flushes toxins, and fuels your cells with vitamin C. As we age, the body's natural ability to detox slows down, leaving seniors more vulnerable to swelling, sluggish digestion, and low energy. Warm water with lemon provides a gentle but powerful reset for the entire system. Think about Maria, 71, who told me she couldn't get through her mornings without 3 cups of coffee. Her stomach was bloated, her joints stiff, and her energy crashed by noon. When she swapped her first cup of coffee for a warm glass of lemon water, everything shifted. Her digestion improved, her bloating reduced, and she had steady energy well into the afternoon. It was such a small change, but her body rewarded her for it. The science explains why. Lemons are packed with vitamin C, which strengthens collagen, vital for skin, joints, and even the lining of blood vessels. Warm water helps wake up the digestive tract, supporting liver function and flushing waste. Studies in clinical nutrition have shown that consistent hydration with vitamin C-rich drinks reduces markers of inflammation in older adults. A hydrated body is a stronger body, and seniors who start their mornings with water instead of caffeine reduce risks of kidney strain, heart stress, and even memory decline. This is more than a health hack. It's the foundation of energy. By giving your body hydration and nutrients before stimulants, you're telling your cells, repair first, stress later. That's how you add quality years to your life one morning at a time. And once you've fueled your body from the inside, the next step is to fuel it with movement that keeps your muscles alive. Number 5, do gentle neck and shoulder rolls. Most seniors underestimate how much tension they carry in their neck and shoulders, especially after sleeping. These areas are gateways for blood flow to the brain, and stiffness here can trigger headaches, dizziness, and even poor posture that stresses the spine. Doing gentle neck and shoulder rolls in the morning may seem minor, but it improves circulation, reduces stiffness, and helps oxygen-rich blood reach your brain more effectively. For anyone over 65, this is one of the simplest yet most powerful ways to protect both mobility and clarity of thought. I remember George, 68, who came to me worried about his constant brain fog. He assumed it was memory loss creeping in, but what we found was severe tension in his neck and shoulders, restricting circulation. I taught him a short routine of slow rolls each morning, and within weeks, he told me, I feel lighter in my head, like someone opened a window. It wasn't his brain failing. It was his blood flow. The science is clear. Studies in the Journal of Physical Therapy Science found that seniors who practice simple daily neck mobility exercises improved balance, reduced pain, and reported fewer episodes of dizziness. When muscles in the neck and shoulders are loosened, they relieve pressure on nerves and blood vessels, which directly affects brain health and energy. These movements also reduce the risk of falls since balance is closely tied to cervical stability. It only takes 2 minutes, yet the benefits ripple through your whole day. Less stiffness, better posture, clearer focus. Gentle rolling movements act like a reset button for circulation and nerve function. For seniors who spend much of the day seated, this practice can mean the difference between slow decline and active living. This is how small actions add up to big change. And next, we'll look at a morning practice that doesn't just loosen muscles. It strengthens the very rhythm of your heart. Number 4, expose yourself to morning sunlight for 10 minutes. The morning sun is more than just light. It's medicine for your body clock. When you expose yourself to sunlight within the first hour of waking, you reset your circadian rhythm, the internal clock that regulates sleep, hormones, and even metabolism. For seniors, this is critical because disrupted circadian rhythms are linked to insomnia, depression, and higher risks of dementia. Just 10 minutes of morning sunlight can trigger your brain to release serotonin, the feel-good chemical, while suppressing melatonin so you feel alert during the day and sleepy at night when you should. Take Irene, 73, who told me she hadn't had a full night's rest in years. She tossed and turned until 2 a.m. and dragged through her mornings. When she started a simple ritual of standing on her porch each morning for 10 minutes of sunlight, her sleep shifted within weeks. She felt drowsy at bedtime, slept deeper, and her mood lifted. What no pill had solved, the sun corrected naturally. Science backs this up. A study in sleep health showed that older adults who got morning light exposure experienced significantly better sleep quality and fewer nighttime awakenings. Another in the Journal of Affective Disorders found that light therapy improved depression symptoms in seniors by up to 58%. Sunlight also fuels vitamin D production, which strengthens bones and supports the immune system. 2 things that decline rapidly after 65. It's free, it's accessible, and it works faster than most people expect. You don't need to stare at the sun. Just sit outside, walk in your garden, or let the rays hit your skin. Those 10 minutes set the rhythm for your entire day, protecting your sleep, your energy, and your mind. This is nature's alarm clock, and it's one of the most powerful anti-aging tools you have. Next, let's look at a habit that recharges not just your rhythm, but your brain. Number 3, practice gratitude journaling. It may sound too simple to change your health, but gratitude journaling is one of the most powerful morning tools for seniors who want to live longer, happier lives. Writing down 3 to 5 things you're grateful for takes less than 5 minutes, yet rewires the brain to focus on positivity, lowers stress hormones, and even improves physical health. Chronic stress accelerates aging by increasing inflammation and damaging cells. But gratitude flips that process around. It calms the nervous system and strengthens resilience. I think of Harold, 76, who came to me convinced his life was winding down. He carried stress about money, health, and loneliness. I suggested a simple gratitude practice each morning, jotting down small blessings like a call from his daughter, the taste of fresh coffee, or the sound of birds outside. Within 2 months, he wasn't just smiling more. His blood pressure had dropped and his sleep improved. He told me, "It feels like I found a reason to wake up again." The science is undeniable. A study in psychosomatic medicine found that seniors who practiced daily gratitude had lower markers of inflammation and improved heart health. Another from the Journal of Happiness studies showed that older adults who engaged in gratitude exercises reported up to 25% greater life satisfaction and less depression. Even the act of writing by hand boosts cognitive function, helping preserve memory as we age. Gratitude journaling is free, easy, and deeply transformative. It gives structure to your mornings, protects your heart, and sharpens your mind. Seniors who build this habit often feel younger, not because their bodies changed overnight, but because their outlook did. And mindset directly impacts health outcomes. It's a quiet practice, but it fuels success and longevity just as much as exercise or diet. And speaking of fuel, the next morning habit is about what you put in your body to keep your engine running strong. Number 2, massage your feet for 2 minutes. Most people don't realize that their feet are like control centers for the entire body. Each foot has over 7,000 nerve endings. And when you massage them, you stimulate blood circulation, relax the nervous system, and even lower blood pressure. For seniors, this is especially important because circulation naturally weakens with age, leading to cold feet, swelling, and increased risk of neuropathy. Spending just 2 minutes massaging your feet every morning can reduce stiffness, improve balance, and even ease joint pain in the knees and hips. I remember Dorothy, 70, who told me she was afraid to walk in the morning because her feet felt like blocks of stone. She worried she was losing mobility. I taught her a simple morning routine, rubbing her feet gently in circular motions, pressing into the arches and stretching the toes. Within weeks, she told me her steps felt lighter, her falling decreased, and she no longer dreaded getting out of bed. The science supports it. A study in the Journal of Clinical Nursing found that seniors who received daily foot massage experienced lower systolic blood pressure and reduced anxiety levels. Another in complementary therapies and medicine showed that reflexology improved circulation and reduced pain in older adults with neuropathy. By stimulating the nerve pathways in the feet, massage sends signals to the brain that trigger relaxation and restore balance across the body. It's simple, it's free, and it takes less than 2 minutes. Yet the benefits ripple upward through your whole system. Better circulation means more oxygen to your brain, more strength in your muscles, and less swelling in your joints. For seniors, it can be the difference between shuffling painfully and walking confidently into the day. And now we've reached the final habit in this countdown, one so powerful that researchers compared its anti-aging effects to prescription medicine, but without the side effects. Number 1, read or recite aloud for 5 minutes. At the very top of this list is a habit so overlooked yet so transformative that researchers compare its effects to medicine for the brain. Reading or reciting aloud for just 5 minutes each morning. Speaking words out loud engages multiple areas of the brain at once: language centers, memory circuits, auditory processing, and even motor control. For seniors over 65, this kind of mental workout is priceless because it sharpens cognition, strengthens memory, and keeps speech fluid. When you do it daily, you're not just training your voice, you're exercising your brain in the most natural way possible. I think of Samuel, 78, who feared he was slipping into early dementia because he often forgot names and lost track of conversations. I suggested he spend 5 minutes each morning reading scripture passages and reciting them aloud. Within 2 months, his confidence grew, his recall improved, and his family noticed he was engaging in conversations with sharper clarity. His voice grew stronger, but so did his mind. Science proves why this works. A study in Frontiers in Psychology found that reading aloud improved memory retention by nearly 15% compared to silent reading, especially in older adults. Another in the gerontologist showed that seniors who regularly recited aloud experienced better verbal fluency and slower cognitive decline. By combining speaking with listening, you're giving the brain a double input, reinforcing pathways that protect against dementia and age-related memory loss. It's free, it's simple, and it's profoundly powerful. Reading a newspaper article, a poem, a prayer, or even your own gratitude notes aloud can light up the brain like nothing else. For just 5 minutes, you're training your mind to stay sharp, connected, and alive. This habit is the ultimate success fuel because it sets the tone not just for your day, but for your future. You're telling your brain, stay strong, stay clear, stay here. So there you have it. 8 simple morning habits that can fuel your success, protect your body, and even add decades of healthy life after 65. None of them require fancy pills or expensive equipment. Just a few intentional minutes each morning. Your future isn't written by age, it's written by habits. Now it's your turn. Which of these 8 will you try tomorrow morning? Drop your answer in the comments. I read and reply to every single one because your story matters and could inspire another senior watching today. If this video helped you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Because every day we're bringing you new ways to stay strong, sharp, and independent for years to come. Don't hold back. Share your thoughts or questions below. We always appreciate your input. Thanks for watching.